Ooh, might make your head blow off.
Hey yo, it's a talk show host, Kana Lassiter. Join me for an episode of Relations, the most lit hour of adult conversation.
Hold up, you know you can't forget about me. It's 51 Spade, Alpha Male God, one half of Relations. You wanna hear the truth? Can you handle the truth? It's where it's at, baby. It's where it's at, baby.
What's good? Welcome to an all-new episode of Relations. My name is Kana Lassiter.
Say it with me now. Alpha Male God, 51 Spade, a.k.a. the ninja you love to hate. I'm in the building.
You know how we do this. It's 2 topics in 1 hour. The first topic tonight is Rekindling the Flame. And the second topic is side chick shit versus relationship shit. Fun stuff tonight. So let's talk about Rekindling the Flame. We'll start with something subtle. I have a feeling that we both are going to agree on rekindling the flame, how important it is. But I think moreover is how and when is probably the biggest discussion that I'm going to have. I've been hearing a lot lately when it comes to relationship problems and you're talking to the male or you're talking to the female outside of the relationship. They're saying that the sex is boring. We've been doing it the same exact way for a number of years.
Who said that?
I'm just saying the conversations that I've been hearing in reference to relationships. There's an older couple that I know that sleeps in separate bedrooms. There's a younger couple that I know that have had the same position for the last 20 years. You know, it's weird to think that they haven't at least put in the work to fix it before it got to separate bedrooms or to fix it before it got 10 years into the same position. Because I couldn't imagine having sex in the same position for 20 years.
But you sure they're in separate bedrooms because of sex?
No, I was just using that as an example of things that I've been hearing that motivated the topic of rekindling the flame. Okay. Because I don't see myself as an individual in a healthy relationship, a sexually healthy relationship. I don't see me not wanting to fix or rekindle things if the sex has gone boring. If it's just, okay, well, you roll over on top, you put in your pumps, you bust a nut, and you go to sleep. And if it's that same routine day after day, week after week, month after month, year after year, I can't see myself not saying, let's try something different. Because we're not talking about anything other than rekindling the flame. Not that this not bad sex. We're just talking about bringing it back to life again. So bad sex is not really the issue. It's boring. And we need to do something different. That is the conversation.
I mean, I get it. But, I mean, I think like anybody else, in the early part of when you first start seeing when it's that new sex energy, it's a new person, you discovering new shit, you doing new shit. You know, I get all that. And then you get complacent. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want to say like one is complacent more than the other. But I will say that a lot of times you don't really know that person. Like, I don't know you watch lesbian porn. Like, I don't know that you watch interracial sex, because people, like, a lot of times, like, I've seen shit where, like, it's 2 people in the house, one person watching porn upstairs, one person watching porn downstairs, and they not watching porn together. So it's like, we into different shit. Like, my girl like lesbian porn. I don't really look at lesbian porn, but I like looking at, like, rough sex. So we don't look at the same, like, we don't look at the same shit. You see what I'm saying? So let's say, like, I finish watching rough sex and I want to go up there and choke her. She going to be wondering where this choke came from. Because I just finished watching rough sex and you watching 2 women, you know what I'm saying, that have a liquor license. Like, it just don't, it just don't work out, you know, a lot of times in each other's favor. So I think more than anything, what's wrong with that? Liquor license, that's the thing. I'm not the first person that done said this. But anyway, I think a lot of times, like, people not on the same page is because we used to the missionary.
Missionary is the shit. Like, I'm guaranteed to bust a nut if I'm missionary. So even sitting here, like, bringing this to light and topic, I still do a self-check.
Did you
And
bust
I'm like,
nuts from missionary your whole life in sex?
no.
And see, that's the thing.
But now,
That's
in
the
my,
guy you with.
you know what I'm saying? I've been having sex for a little minute now, so I know what my go-to is to get off. So if we're talking about the couple that's having sex in the same position, because one, that's what he wants to do. He wants to go straight to it because he knows that's what's getting him off. The wife in this situation is the one that has the issue. She's the one saying, we have sex the same exact way every time. I'm playing devil's advocate. I know that he knows that's how he's going to get his best nut is what's comfortable for him. And I have to relate because you know what? I don't come as easily from the back. I have, but it ain't guaranteed. I might come, I might not. And same with riding. I gotta be in a certain mood. It takes me first of all, I gotta be full of wind because I gotta be able to go a while. You know, I can't be tired. It can't be the end of the day. It's just certain positions
full
for certain
wind.
moods. Wind meaning I can't be short of breath. I gotta be I gotta be like off the treadmill. I gotta be at the top of my game as far as being fit because if you can't be trying to ride no dick, wheezing, tired, your energy is down. I'm saying, I've done it. It's not fun. You want to be up there when you've been squatting and a motherfucker been like, well, damn, you know, how many Red Bulls have you had today? That's how you ride a dick. Yeah, otherwise, it's just lazy. You know what I'm saying?
A bunch of lies. You know what I'm saying? Like, seriously, like, I was almost with you till you started bringing in this extra bullshit. Because every time a woman say she finna ride me up there 2 minutes flat.
That's what I'm saying.
No,
I don't want to be there 2 minutes. It takes 2 minutes.
Whether she's
more
squatting,
than 2 minutes to get me off.
No. Whether she's squatting, running a marathon, doing a 5K run.
She can't do no longer than 2 minutes.
Like, it's always like once her knees like lock up. Once the knees lock up, it's over. It's like a done daughter. You know what I'm saying?
But it's not came by then, probably.
No. Her ass is out of wind. See, men don't get that type of break. That's why I'm bringing this up because men don't get that type of break. Like I had a conversation one time with a woman. This is why I'm bringing this up. I had a conversation with a woman one time, and women act like a lot of times like sex, like what you just said. Oh, he just puts it in, and then he just do this because he guaranteed to come. That is not true. You ain't got no dick, so you don't know that. It takes a lot when it comes to a man and you're talking about sexual things going on because it is like what's going on in your head. Like, anything could throw a man off. You know what I'm saying? Like, kids knocking at the door. We got to stop now. I got to have a whole build-up session again. Now you like, well, could you give me like a little bit more head because I lost it? I lost mine too. You know what I'm saying? Like, we going through this whole situation to build this back up. But it takes a lot of time with me. I'm not saying it don't with women, of course, because like 75% of women a lot of times just been having sex their whole life without coming. And then they reach a certain age, and then it's like, well, I need to bust a nut all the time. And I'm not saying that you don't need to bust that nut. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of times, who fault are you saying that it is when it is like rekindling?
Well, I wanted to play devil's advocate. That's why I brought up this particular couple, because I am a creature of habit too. And if I'm in the mood and I definitely want to have an orgasm, then most likely I'm going to want my guy to fuck me on my back. And if he does anything different, like raise a leg or tell me to turn over because he feel like hitting me from the back, then I have to, in that moment, decide I'm probably not that I'm not going to come, but I'm not going to have a big explosion. I may, but it's not guaranteed. And a lot of times, if you're a career person like I am, and your spouse is a career person like he is, I'm not having sex every day. So if I was having sex 7 days a week and I was just getting 5 out of 7, I was having 5 orgasms out of 7 times, I'm not complaining. Cool. But if we're just having sex 2 or 3 times a week, sometimes 2 or 1 time a week, I want it to be I want it to go down that 1 or 2 times, and I want the big one. I want the big one because I'm not going to get it tomorrow. I'm not going to get it the next day either. So I choose to want to get or make that sex the best sex ever. Let's just do what we know works. If we're having sex 7 days a week, we can play. Sure. You want to hit me from the back? You want to leg up? Cool. You want to spank me? You want to choke me? Cool. I'm not worried about that because tomorrow we're going to be doing something else. But if I'm only going to get dick twice this week, I ain't trying to try nothing new because I don't want to not get off.
So it's just about you?
No, I'm just playing devil's advocate and saying when
it don't sound like you playing devil's advocate.
But I am. I'm saying I'm a creature of habit. I'm saying it's smart to rekindle the sex. And if it's boring for one person, then you have to rekindle. But I wanted to play devil's advocate and say, well, why is this person who obviously loves his wife not worried about fucking her 365 different ways, 365 days? It's because he's comfortable. He knows what gets him off. I know my guys like his nipples played with. So if we having sex, I'm gonna play with his nipples. You know, if you know what makes your guy tick, then you're going to do that. Well, it's the same in reverse if I want to have missionary sex to get off. Everything in between, cool. But when it's time to get me off, put me on my bag.
Gotcha. But so you're talking about something that is really standard. A lot of times, this ain't what women be wanting. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm serious. Because you're talking about missionary. Well, fuck. Majority of all Americans fuck missionary. You know what I'm saying? Everybody had done that shit. That ain't what's going on. I'm willing to bet. You can play this devil advocate all you want to. That's not really what's going down. She seen some nasty shit that she want to try, and then y'all spend half of y'all time trying to convince the man who ain't probably nasty like that about some shit y'all saw,
really?
And then trying to, don't be trying to really.
It's
and
that dude.
And then, huh?
That's be the dude. I doubt statistically
nah.
that the women are bringing new ideas into the bedroom.
So you trying to
definitely a man thing.
So no, definitely not. Now,
yes.
probably trying to bring in an extra woman, we could say some shit like that. But we definitely ain't talking about bringing some shit extra into the bedroom. It's the man idea. It ain't that many ideas that we can fucking have. It's women who coming up with ideas. You know, babe, there's this new toy that I was thinking that we could probably try. It's always the woman. The woman, like, they test their limits on how far they think they can go. You understand what I'm saying? So if you're talking about this couple that you're talking about, I'm quite sure that the couple saying, well, it's only missionary style that we doing. I'm quite sure that's the woman complaining because she trying to bring in some other shit, and she trying to bring in the whole shit that she saw that she want to flip off the
whole shit.
There's nothing wrong with
whole shit.
There's nothing wrong with whole shit, but what I'm saying is, this is the thing about it. The reason I'm saying it like this is because a lot of time women have a problem expressing about their whole side. Like they want to be a woman, you know what I'm saying, out there in the streets and a freak in the bed. But when it comes to the bedroom, a lot of times I don't really feel that women start saying like what it is that they really, what I'm saying, what they really want. So that's the reason why I'm saying that, because they still trying to ride this fine line of, well, I don't want him to look at me a certain way, so they tiptoe through the door of trying to bring up shit. Like, and especially with men, you know what I'm saying? Like, if your man ain't never fucked you in your ass, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I hate to get abrasive, you know what I'm saying? But if your man ain't ever fucked you in your ass, we've been together like a long time, and then one day you come to me and you like, hey, babe, you know what I'm saying? I got something I want to try. The man is going to be like, okay, where'd you get this from? Because I've been with you so long and you ain't never asked about no fucking ass. So where is this coming from all of a sudden? Because it would be like the same for a man in reverse. Like, if we ain't never did no threesome and then one day I just come to you and be like, you know what, how would we just bring a woman? You're gonna want to know, like, where is this shit coming from? You know what I'm saying? So I feel like it's hard for women to start saying what it is they like, because they went like,
they don't want to be looked at a certain way.
They don't want to be looked at a certain way.
I did that. I think for most of my life I hid a big part of my sexuality, but it's funny because I'm gonna take back the word hid. I don't think I hid it. I think I talked about it. I think I showed my attraction to it. It's just that I never went into a relationship with that being on the table. Meaning, I might look at a female when she walked by, and if my guy said, hey, that female's sexy, I might agree. But I didn't come to the table and say, you know what, my name is Kana, and I like girls, and, you know, every now and then, let's do a little something. Let's have a little fun. I never said that.
But what's wrong with that? Why not? Why not go into that? Do you see what I'm saying? Because if it was a guy, and if it was a guy, the woman would often say, well, why you didn't say you want threesome in the beginning? So I'm asking now.
I'm thinking.
If you like that and this is and you was speed dating, why are you not gonna say, I am Kana Lassiter and I like girls?
You know what? This is why. Because it wasn't something that was definitively me. I didn't just like females. I liked men too.
Okay, I'm about
so when you're in a relationship, you're in a new relationship with a guy, when you're a woman like me, pretty much on the conservative side, other than being sexually open, I'm a pretty conservative person. So conservative and traditional on top of that. So when you're conservative and traditional, you don't want to, I don't want to use the word poison the relationship, but that's kind of the context I'm going into, is I didn't want to bring outside interference into my relationship until it was conservatively fitting as I saw it and traditionally fitting as I saw it. I didn't feel like I was at a place at my age and in my life where I could bring outside influences into my relationship. I already had enough to deal with being young and dumb. Imagine young, dumb, and now I told this guy that I like females, and now he's taking advantage of that. I don't think it's for your whole entire life, your sexual life. I think sexual exploitation, it has to be responsible, and so you have to do it with responsible people. Had I been doing it in college, trust me, the men, in particular, the man that I was dealing with would have exploited that. So I'm lucky that I didn't explore that side of my sexuality with him, because there's no telling the things nasty things he would have tried to do with that, or situations he would have put me in that could have been a danger to my life. I really feel that way about this person, that part of my life was not for him because he would not have handled it with care.
Gotcha. And this would be my thing. I totally get where you're coming from. But my issue with that shit is like women picking men. Like a lot of times, like I was looking at this show not too long ago, and it deals with like a woman who is bisexual, but really more on the lesbian end, and she isn't coming out. And when they start dealing with women that are lesbian and out, she's getting called out for it. Yeah. And I kind of look at you the same way. Like if you are with someone that you saying is your boyfriend or you dating or whatever, and you feel like you can't come out, then you shouldn't be with him anyway. If you worried about him taking advantage of the things that you like to do. And that's how women a lot of times end up with men, and they start settling. And because I just spoke about this earlier, like a lot of times it's hard for women to come anyway. And it's like that because y'all start off on some bad shit. You fucking a motherfucker that fuck y'all for 5 minutes. And y'all ride this relationship out for like 6 months, 1 year, 2, 3 years, this and that. He got a small dick. You hear all this information after the fact. And when y'all breaking up. Well, you knew he had a small dick when y'all was in the relationship. Don't wait till we break up and then was like, oh, his dick was little. His dick was little when y'all started. So don't give me this shit about that. The
flame was kindled, though. Emotionally kindled.
Hold on. But that ain't... Let me tell you something right now, lady. I don't give a fuck what flame is kindled. You understand? You understands me? Because if a woman cannot get me off sexually, you understand? Like, I don't want to be with her. I'm not finna ride 6 months, 9 months, a year into a relationship where I'm constantly having to tell this woman, like, look, you know I'm poly. You know I like women who like women. You said you was going to give it a try. Now we 6 months in. We probably wouldn't even get that far. But point being is, once I put everything on the table, which I typically do, once I put everything on the table, I've given you your time to deal with it. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? In that time. So to me, 6 months in, if we ain't where I feel like we need to be, I don't care what flame was sparked. Like, you haven't fulfilled your obligation on what it is for me to satisfy me. So now we wasting each other time. So if you worried about someone who you saying, well, damn, he gonna take advantage of me, you already saying this motherfucker shouldn't be with you.
But are you saying, okay, first of all, let's be real here.
I'm real.
I was in college, and there's no way that you're telling a whole college community of people in the United States that, hey, you know, whoever you're dating at the time that you're dating them, it's the smartest thing to come out to that person. Because, like I just said, they might be dating the wrong person, and the only way around not dating the wrong person is not dating at all. You don't know you're with the wrong... You do not know you've picked wrong until you're in the fucking relationship.
No, I'm gonna tell you this. This is where we part ways. A lot of times, this is the problem for me, and this is why I'm gonna be real. If you want to join me, join me. A lot of times, what it is in college, especially particularly in college, it's not the simple fact that you're talking about coming out to this person. The person that you meet, you in lust with. You don't know anything about the person. You meet the person, oh my God, look at him. He's so fine, he's so cute, he's so this, he's so that. And we do the same thing. Damn, look at her breasts. Look at what she got on, the whole nine. But we don't know that person. We don't know she was a chemistry major. We don't know that, oh, she's trying to be a reporter. If you just take the time to get to know someone, you know what I'm saying? Like, we often just jump into sex because of the lust. But if you got the time to know the person, I'm quite sure you could fucking figure out if this is the right person, like if the person believe in marriage, if the person believe in long-term relationships, if the person is there for sports and they don't really have enough time for nothing but sports and fucking, you will know that. It's just that you don't take the time to know that because women want instant gratification. I like him and be my boyfriend. I like him, let's have sex. I'm giving you sex. So
I agree. I do agree, but I just think it's a fine line. Like I said, even though I'm talking about one particular bad boyfriend, if I start thinking about just the people I even had encounters with that had potential to be good boyfriends, I still do not believe that it was the best time for me to say, I like girls too, we should have fun. It wasn't that type of party for me, I don't believe would have been good for me at that time. And who knows what I probably would have done or been exposed to sexually that I don't think was for me at that time.
Possibly.
As far as the level of responsibility you need to have, a lot of things when you're in college is going on around you. If you overindulge, as I think is what the better words are, if you overindulge, you're already off to college fucking your head off with boys. Now add, ooh, I like girls too. Add that to the mix. Add the irresponsibility. Add all those things, and it's just for me was a recipe for disaster. On top of having an abusive, manipulative person as a boyfriend, I just think that would have imploded for me, and I don't think I would be in a good mental health even sitting in this chair because I went through a lot with him without sexual exploitation.
Gotcha. Let me ask you a question. Did you know anybody in college that got married and they still married to that person to this day? Okay. And that happens because those two people were true to themselves. There's no way that you're not going to convince me of that. There's people who meet in college, and the reason that relationship worked is because they became friends, they was open and honest with each other, and they was able to figure out that this is who the hell I'm going to be with. Yeah. So you saying that I was with this type of person, even hearing you speak, I'm just saying that you sitting there saying that, well, I can't come out. I'm not saying come out. You don't got to come out to the world. You only got to come out to the person that you with.
But he was the problem. The world wasn't the problem. He was.
Gotcha. But my thing is, if you feel that way, there's a lot of times that when I'm going to go back to lust, you can lust over an individual and know they wrong for you. Like, there's a lot of times when I meet women and I look at them and I be like, you going to be a problem for me. Like, everybody has probably ran into somebody and you's like, fucking around with you, I'm going to be, like, in some trouble. There's probably not a person that has not ran into that. Like, you missing class because of the motherfucker. Like, you fucking in cars. You know, you sucking dick when you ain't supposed to be sucking dick. Like, it's a lot
all
of shit.
Of the above.
Thank you. That's the wrong person for you. Like, you already, like, it feels good in that moment. But you already know, like, I'm not supposed to be with this person. This person isn't pushing you to be the best. This person isn't saying, like, man, go ahead and go to class, girl. Like, you know, we can hook up later, this and that. Like, there are still certain things you got to use that's common sense and not listening to your vajayjay just bouncing and pouncing and all this type of shit and you following behind it. Because women often talk about men like, y'all always following your dick. Well, calm your pussy down. Because at the end of the day, if you calm that motherfucker down, you won't be with that person that's gonna exploit you. You wouldn't be with that person.
I get it. I think that's easier said than done.
I'm not saying it's easy.
I get it. I get it because, and you have been a big advocate for, hey, there's nothing wrong with going through your college career being abstinent. You've been a big fan of that conversation, but
that.
I just no. You've said here that don't have sex till marriage. Then
well, what I'm saying,
you've said that.
I have said that, but let's keep it in content. The reason I'm saying that is because I get tired of women saying, well, it's a bunch of bad men out here. It's a bunch of bad men out here. Men treated me like shit. The reason I'm advocate for it is because a lot of times with human beings, you stick two human beings in a room, and they the opposite sex, but you take sex away. You would know if you like that person or not. Damn if you got lust for him. Just take sex out the equation. If he can't fuck you and you can't fuck him and y'all in the room having a conversation and you know you can't fuck him, you either gonna like the person or say, damn, I see something with him. Or you gonna be like, this motherfucker look good, but he dumb as a box of rocks. So I might say the same with a female.
Right.
If I know I can't fuck her.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's why I'm an advocate of that.
Okay. I get it. I definitely get it, because if you wait, you make less mistakes. But if you apply that philosophy to our conversation, it fits what I'm saying. That it's okay to wait till you're with the right partner to explore sexually.
That's right. But now we're talking about rekindling the flame. And the reason I'm saying bringing this up, bringing it full circle, is because a lot of times the man don't know or the woman don't know what you into. Mm-hmm. You've been in a closet so long that the person don't know what you into. Mm-hmm. Like, I'm in the house one day. I hear my girl watching porn. I'm like, is that porn out here? Let me sneak out here and see what she into. We ain't ever watched porn before. And then come to find out she watching lesbian porn. Ain't no dicks in sight. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just lesbian porn. Now, the reason I'm saying this is because two things popped up in my head. One thing popped up in my head is like, do you even watch like heterosexual sex? Like, what kind of porn do you watch? Do you just watch, lesbian porn? Is this what you really get off into? And the reason I'm bringing this up is because sometimes men are so strategic in thinking that a reason a lot of men don't like having threesomes is because you don't really know what your woman is into. Like, you could lose your woman to a woman. You spend all your time on the battlefield like, my woman only like men. Then you find out she watching lesbian porn, so now you gonna have to investigate a little bit deeper just to make sure, like, is this a sexual thing? Are you really into women? How deep are you into women? Is it just sexually? Do you see yourself with a girlfriend? If we and you break up, like, what route are you going? This is how far this shit can go. Mm-hmm. So a lot of times, the man, and I'm only speaking from a man point of view, you have not expressed, like, what you really into. And it could be vice versa, but I'm just speaking from a man point of view.
Right.
So for me stumbling up on that, I had to ask her, like, is this what you normally watch when you masturbate? Is this what you normally, like, is this what really gets you off? You know what I'm saying? And come to find out it is. And it is like that for her. Because even when we have threesomes, her pussy is the wettest it's ever been. But that's because I feel like a woman is in that motherfucker, not me. And that's something I can either swallow or not swallow.
Yeah, I mean, that's one of them things. It's definitely just one of those things.
Damn, it's one of those things.
Yes, my mind was like completely gone for a minute with that last line. So we're going to change subjects to the second topic of the night is...
I know, we ain't get a conclusion, though.
I mean, I don't know what we just say. I mean, I agree. I do believe if you are in a long-term relationship, if somebody that you've committed to, someone who fits your standards, I think it's cool that you should, not cool, I think it's mandatory that you should let them know what you're into sexually. So the issue of rekindling the flame isn't so hard. Nah. Because right now, if you're telling two people who have been having sex for the same 20 years and they don't know anything about each other, rekindling the flame is like talking to the wall. Because how?
Because they don't know.
I don't know what to do. So absolutely right. We will go with alpha male side of the debate tonight that you do need to speak of.
Score one.
Yes. So topic 2. Sideline shit or side chick shit versus relationship shit. This has been one of those trending topics for weeks due to Danny Lay or Danny Lee. I think it's Danny Lay though. And the baby. Apparently, he, of course, approaches her at night while she's breastfeeding her baby and says, you need to get the fuck out of here. They had a fight, and he wanted her to leave. And it was all over the internet on live, and it imploded into this conversation back and forth on the internet where he posted, hey, this girl is not even my woman. She ain't my lady. She is a certified side chick. Certified. He said those words. Okay. And I think that imploded because you're telling us this is a certified side chick, but yet the images are of her breastfeeding your child. Those two things, to me, do not go in the same sentence.
So side chicks can't breastfeed?
I think you know where I'm going with this.
I don't know. I don't know. That's what I'm saying. I'm asking questions. I don't know. Go ahead. But I'm serious, though. Side chicks can't breastfeed?
Anywho.
See, there we go.
You on the internet talking about this woman is a certified side chick, but the images that we are seeing are of her breastfeeding your baby. To me, those two things don't go in the same category. If she is a certified side chick, then she shouldn't have been getting that certified raw dick. If she was a certified side chick, it shouldn't be no certified birth certificate with your name on it. It just is not the right yellow brick road to follow if that's a certified side chick. So there started this conversation about side chick shit versus relationship shit. And I think we can all agree, no matter what, is that the baby was doing relationship shit with a side chick. He could give her any position that he wants. It's his dick. Men, what do you say? Men rule relationships. They dictate relationships. So if he's saying to the world, that was not my girlfriend, that was my side chick, cool. I have no choice to accept that because men dictate relationships. And he's saying he ain't in a relationship with her. However, he is doing relationship shit. Pillow talking, nutting in her, having raw sex, having a baby. She's been living in the apartment the entire summer long. You are setting up the situation. If it's not side chick shit, then what kind of message are you sending by first going in her raw? 2, nutting in her. 3, let's have this baby. Take 9 months. And I think the first 4 months you can abort. You can take the day after pill. There are decisions you can make based on her being a fucking side chick. And he didn't make any of those decisions. Not only did she have the baby, she moved into his penthouse after she had the fucking baby. It just went wrong. He got bored. He didn't want to rekindle that. He wanted her to fuck out. The problem is he's doing relationship shit. It gave her mixed messages. Who wouldn't have a baby from somebody that's going on $100,000 shopping sprees and I'm in your penthouse and you're having raw sex with me? What kind of message are you sending? This is why when the wife ends up meeting the side chick is wondering why the wife coming at her. We've been shopping. We've been on vacation together. I'm more than just a side chick. You're telling me you're his wife. However, I'm doing wifey shit. So what's the difference between your lady and your side chick? What is the difference between the person you're engaged to and the bitch you fucking down the street if they both get the same privileges? I'll let you go.
I ain't got nothing to say. You won that, You don't really believe that shit, do you? I thought I'd entertain that shit for just small feats of sex.
You know what?
But anyway. 0.3. I'll let you have that for just to feel good a little bit. So we're going to tackle this a lot of different ways. You know what I'm saying? Y'all always want to hear what 51 Spade has to say. Alpha male is always low. this is how it goes a lot of times, and this is where females get this shit like twisted. So I just got one question for you.
Sure.
You said men dictate what?
Relationships.
Gotcha. Do women dictate relationships?
No.
So how in the fuck you gonna tell a man what a relationship and what relationship shit is that he's doing? That was rhetorical. Now, at the end of the day, this is the thing. You want to know the difference? You just said some key differences. You said what is the difference between this side chick and this wife have that's different? Yeah, right. It's called a ring. That's very first.
Are you serious?
Lady, I did not interrupt you. We are running the show. Okay? I didn't interrupt you. Okay? Now, because you asked the question, so I'm finna give you some answers. You said, what is the difference? That's a clear difference. A ring and don't having one is clearly big ass differences. You come now, another thing that I get tired of hearing, especially from women trying to tell men like what relationship shit is. Like it's like this is some relationship shit is. Like I sat on this show one time and I remember us having a conversation and you was like, women can be savages. And I was like, women can be savages? I'm like, how? You like, yeah, women can fuck a man. I'm like, women can fuck a man. I don't know where you getting that from, but women cannot fuck a man because they don't got no dick. They can only get fucked, but they can't fuck a man. And now that we in this scenario talking about what is relationship shit. Now, there are code, conduct, and rules that certain people run by. There are. The problem with that is everybody rule, code, and conduct is not the same. You take it to mainly what we see from Italians. They have a gumar or some shit like that. You know, gumar. And they take them out on one night. You get what I'm saying? But everybody know they a side chick. But they can go out with they main dude or whatever it is that they trying to tell them. And then they can take the wife to the exact same restaurant. Be probably waited on by the same waiter. But ain't nobody sitting there saying like, well, damn, he just took his side piece out the other night and now he's here with the woman. No, it is not that. It's a matter on you, and the responsibility is you, because when you talked about like, well, he nutted in me, and then he sat there idle for a lot of that shit we don't sit idle for. Because if a woman was to tell me that she's pregnant, like right after that, I could probably say to her, well, shit, let's go get this plan B. And she gonna look at me like I'm crazy. Plan B? This is the plan. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't have like no say-so in that shit. Now, is it both our fault? Yes. We both was doing unprotected shit. Yes. But that don't make your ass any fucking different from how I see your ass. Just because your ass say you pregnant, you did not turn into a moose. You still a woman with a vagina that we was fucking, shit got out of hand. But you not finna classify shit that I do for you and where I take you and sit there and say we doing relationship shit.
Why not? If it's a side chick, why is she even worthy of you giving her raw dick? Why is she worthy of having a baby? Why is she worthy of a vacation? Why is she worthy of even spending the night? When I used to hang with, by the way, like as conservative and as girly as I am, most of my friends are dudes. Okay? Most of them that I talk to and have real conversations with are men. And it confuses me to hell the way this bitch ain't shit. This hoe ain't shit. I nut all in this bitch mouth. But she's also the person that's giving you a ride to the doctor in the morning.
So let me ask you a question.
She's also the person that's dropping your kid off at daycare.
So let me ask you a question.
Just crossing lines that she shouldn't be crossing.
So let me ask you a question. Based on what you just said just now. If he's sitting there saying, this bitch ain't shit, this bitch ain't that, this bitch, did you look at her and said, but that's your girl?
No, I didn't.
Why not?
Because first of all, know that I know the nature of the relationship because I'm talking to my homeboy.
Gotcha.
But my homeboy, to me, is saying one thing and doing another. Mm-hmm. You're talking to us having guy talk saying the hoe did this and the hoe did that. Mm-hmm. Well, if she's a hoe and she's doing this and that, then she shouldn't be the same person that's picking up your child from daycare.
Gotcha.
Why? You don't have no respect for the bitch, but you would let her pick up your kid from daycare.
Gotcha.
That makes absolutely no sense. There's no logic in it.
Gotcha. Now, this is the thing. What I just said a few minutes ago was I said everybody code, conduct, and rules are all different. So everybody plays by a different game. So that what you talking about, I believe you women call them fuckboys. I'm almost positive that's what women a lot of times say. But there's a difference between a fuckboy and a man. There's also a difference between a pimp and a Mac. It's often different because there's different set of rules that go and that are implied. For me, okay, and I'm just talking about for me, a lot of my rules a lot of time have often implied or were enforced is if I was dealing with a side chick is not allowed to ask me any questions about my lady. Also, for me, they were not allowed outside of my bedroom. I only saw them at 10 o'clock at night or, some shit like that. Now, that's my rules. That's not everybody else's rules. You understand what I'm saying? Because I've had homeboys that would take they side chicks off to the movies or take them to dinner. And I would often say to them, like, listen, don't do that shit because,
mixed messages.
Often, a lot of times, no, it's not about mixed messages. I'm saying that sometimes when you give someone like ammo and shit go left, this is the ammo that they gonna use against you a lot of times. But it's really because the person realized a lot of times, because I've even had women say it to me, and you treat me like a side chick. You are a side chick. You know what I'm saying? Like they know a lot of times what what their positioning is. And then there's a lot of times when the side chick know about the wife. I know everything about the wife. But when they confront the wife, it's like
he took me on vacation.
They flip a script.
I met your baby.
Yeah, they flip a script.
Shit that they didn't have no fucking business doing. It's ridiculous. And whenever I hear cheating stories from women, that's often in the narrative. And girl, he was hanging around my baby. He had this bitch around my baby. This is the side chick now that has met your child. How do you convince this person that you're supposed to be in a relationship or your wife that there is absolutely nothing going on or this person ain't shit? I fucked her one time. She a hoe. She a skeezer. But then your child tell you they went to Chick-fil-A with Mary. Right. Mary's supposed to be the skeezer. Well, why you got my baby at Chick-fil-A with the skeezer? Why? No, is she a skeezer? Why she with my baby?
I ain't never seen shit like that. But I will say this. At the same point in time, I think that floats both ways. Because I've seen women that have done the exact same shit. Because they have they motherfucking kids around they side dude. And that side dude is that side dude. Oh, wait a minute. I mean, you can't get loud and then act like it's just like that's just what's gonna happen. Like you proved a point or some shit like that. Like you didn't think you had a POINT. No, you didn't. Because a lot of the same shit that you're talking about, a lot of these females think that they men now. And they think they can do the exact same shit that a man do. Oh, men can fuck a whole bunch of girls, then we can fuck a whole bunch of men. And they do shit like that. Oh, well, you don't want to give me money to pick up your son from daycare? I'ma have Tyrone pick his ass up from daycare, and then he gonna pick his ass up. What you mean? And then I gotta have my son coming to me talking about he got a haircut from Tyrone. You know, you understand what I'm saying? Oh yeah, you got your head down. Cause see, when you was talking, you had your chest pumped out, but now you got your head down with your hand over your face.
I just can't see a girl being that fucking bold and unscared that she gonna go get every single one of her teeth knocked out from letting her side dude cut her son's hair.
I mean,
that's nuts.
I've seen teeth missing because they underestimated what baby daddy might do. It definitely goes down.
That is crazy. But do you see the point where even if in my younger times, since I've been referencing that a lot tonight, even in my younger days, it would have been really harmful harmful for me, I believe, had men done that with me. Had men said, you know what, or did relationship shit with me. My college experience was really positive and not harmful to me sexually because I went into it not wanting to be in a relationship. And because I went into it not wanting to be in a relationship, I kind of didn't put myself in a situation where guys were doing extra shit, giving me mixed messages. Because I did that from go.
I got a question.
Yeah.
For you. If you don't want to answer, it's totally up to you.
Sure.
Okay. You was in college.
Yes.
You had sexual partners in college.
Yes.
Did you ever fuck anybody in college raw?
Yes.
Okay. Now, you fucked someone raw, and then you fucked other people with condoms, but the person you fucked raw, was that your boyfriend?
It was not.
Bam. Now, this is the type of shit that I'm talking about right here.
I thought he was. I thought he was my boyfriend, though. You asked a fact. He wasn't, but I thought he was.
Gotcha.
Oh, God. Wait.
No.
You have to take all the facts.
No.
You say what?
No, and no. No, you know.
I did.
No. Nah, you just said, I'm going to tell you why you wrong, because you finna deflect, and your deflection's going to be wrong, because just because you thought he was, we often agree.
He was the one doing shit he shouldn't have been done.
Listen. That shit sound good that you talking about. That shit sound good that you talking about, because y'all always try to put it on the man. Like the man was doing some shit. So you was protected all through sex. You know what I'm saying? With other motherfuckers. But this one person that you lust for, that you thought was your boyfriend, not confirmed that that's your man, but you let him beat that shit raw. And this is the type of shit that I'm talking about right here, because a lot of times, just because the woman think that they in a relationship, just because they think that I like this guy so much that, fuck it, I need to do something drastic, like, fuck that rubber. You don't need that. You try to do some shit so drastic that you trying to convince the man that you love him, or whatever it is that you're trying to prove to yourself.
But this is why I'm so passionate about this topic.
Got you.
Because if he would have been an asshole from the beginning and not done relationship shit, I wouldn't have been confused.
Gotcha. But he was not your boyfriend, and you wasn't using prophylactic. And that's just what it boiled down to, because at the end of the day, he wasn't. You making other motherfuckers use using rubbers and all this type of shit, but this one dude that's not is that. And a lot of women do that often a lot of times. Like, you could have kept them rubbers on. You could have kept on and doing all that shit. You trying to be extra, and a lot of times women do extra. Now, I want to also address the Danny Lake and Baby situation. Often now, and we all know, I hate to kind of go this route, but I just want to say this shit. Often, a lot of times, there's this saying, hey, it ain't tricking if you got it. It ain't tricking if you got it. Like, we all know that saying, right?
Yeah.
Okay, it ain't tricking if you got it. A lot of times when you talking about NFL stars, NBA stars, rappers, and shit like that, this is often where they are not in the realm of a regular person. So they do not regular shit. So when you say, well, hey, he's doing shit that's like relationship shit. But guess what? They do that shit anyway. When they go to strip clubs and shit like that, they throwing 10 grand. When you first start dating in the industry, and I'm just talking about industry, they start doing relationship shit from the start. And we all done seen that shit. Damn, Sweetie got $10,000 to go out on a date with James Harden. The Migo nigga done bought this bitch a Birkin bag. Like, this is relationship shit. You understand what I'm saying? So they start off that way. That does not put their ass in no motherfucking relationship. And I'm tired of females saying that type of shit. Because they'll sit there and say shit like, you know, we often, I think everybody has seen Kevin Samuels and all this other type of shit, talking about high value men and all this other type of shit. But the problem is this, a high value man is not every motherfucker that got money. The Baby is a motherfucker that came from the hood. He's my brother, sorry. Here's a brother that came from the hood that got a whole bunch of money. And it ain't tricking if you got it. So because he decided to treat someone with some respect and decency and give them gifts, that's nothing to him, does not put her ass in no motherfucking relationship. If she didn't get no ring, she didn't get no classification on where their relationship stood, and then you trying to get that classification after the fact of getting pregnant, you wrong. I'm sorry. You don't have a leg to stand on with me if you trying to get some shit squared away after the fact. Now, we had a show not too long ago talking about how babies ruin shit. And that's just the reality. Now, if you want to tell me that, hey, he got the baby had a baby. and shit got fucked up. You know what I'm saying? She couldn't travel with him no more. She was taking care of appointments and shit like that. I'll take that shit over a bunch of people online talking about, well, he was doing this, he was doing that. Like, look at Moneybag Yo and his girl. Not too long ago, she got jumped on for giving that nigga a piece of land by Gabby.
Yeah.
That you ain't even married. You ain't even married, girl. How you gonna get that? How you gonna get that nigga some land?
Gabrielle.
You know what I'm saying? And you ain't even got no ring. But I bet she getting raw dick. She got that nigga some land. But I bet you she got raw dick. But you ain't saying nothing about that. She ain't worried about the raw dick she getting. She like, how dare you get that nigga some land? You only get niggas land when you married to him. How backwards is that?
I think it's all backwards. I really do.
Nah.
I think she had a point. No, I think she had a point. And the only reason why I think she had a point is because I've been there too. Doing shit for people that weren't there in my life yet. You don't realize that, and I get it. It's a scratch off. That's our saying. You say it ain't tricking if you got it.
Right.
For us, it's a scratch off. When you do something expensive and it ain't nothing to you, it's just a scratch off.
Yep.
So I get it. The $100,000 shopping spree, the Birkin bag, those are all scratch offs to these people. I get it. But there is a psyche behind it, especially to a female. Keep in mind now, she wasn't dirt broke. She's a recording artist herself. I'm not saying she has as much as he does, but he knew that the Birkin bag, the vacations, the raw dick, a man knows that that's relationship shit. We all got it from somewhere. We all have a notion of what is for your relationship is what is for having fun. There are less of us, I would think, in the world that are saying, you know what? It's a fucking free-for-all. Steve down from McDonald's can fuck me with no condom, and so can the corporate lawyer. It's not, we don't come in the world like that. Does that happen? Yes. But we come in the world with the notion that the guy that is more like the guy that is gonna be with us long term, maybe not even the guy we're gonna marry, but the guy that I've known for more than a week is the one that I'm sleeping with no condom.
But let me explain something to you. Like, this is, I get like what you're saying, but I also want to explain something to you. This is the thing where I feel like people kind of get this shit twisted a little bit. When you first start dating somebody, you know what I'm saying, and we not in their bedroom and we definitely don't know. So the baby and Danny Lay, they start dating each other. And they very well could have started off with a condom. I don't know everybody's number because everybody's number is different. Sometimes when we start off, especially when we just
Kicking it.
you know what I'm saying, we just kicking it. You start off with a condom. Some people numbers 3. You know what I'm saying? Like, they just test to see if you even use a condom. Just to see, like, let me see if the motherfucker put a condom on.
Right.
They put a condom on, and they like, damn, well, at least
he's responsible.
He's responsible. But by the third goddamn date, bitch like, well, we don't need that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I saw that you use condoms, so we don't really need that.
So I feel better about this whole thing. You go ahead and take it off.
I feel better about the situation. And we don't really know people's whole thing. But let's just say, like, from that, that's just regular shit. Now, I feel like when you're talking about entertainers and shit like that, it's more of a longer whirlwind. You know what I'm saying? Because now you're traveling, you're doing shit, you're going places, and that shit could be from 3 months to 6 months or whatever the case may be.
So and you move faster. And
it is enough time for someone to fuck around and get pregnant. But it still does not take away the fact that while y'all doing all this running around and traveling and shit like that, it's a simple conversation of, do you see me as your girlfriend? Do you, like, where are we at while I'm getting all these gifts and shit like that? Because the same way that I'm spending $10,000 on a bag and shit like that, I could easily be like, well, damn, bitch, you know what I'm saying? Like, $10,000 for a bag, that's a lot. But since it's really nothing to me, a man could feel like I'm compensating you for the time and all that shit that you giving up. So, because when the man leave, he's not sitting there saying, well, damn, I got this bitch a car. I got this bitch a bag. Ain't no man saying that. It's only the women, like, after the fact that's like, well, we was in a relationship. And
I did this and I did that. Damn right.
That's right. But did you close the deal? Did you broker out your deal right, or did you mismanage your pussy? Because a lot of times, a lot of women are mismanaging their pussy because the pussy don't belong to me. You understand what I'm saying? It belongs to you. And if you mismanage it, that's on you. You know what I'm saying? It ain't got nothing to do with me. You mismanage it because you is the manager or the one that's upset. You like, I gotta turn in my 401k now because you fucked around and got me pregnant. And shit not looking quite right. But that's on you though, because you didn't close the deal. Like, I'm trying to figure out, it's not that hard to have that type of conversation with anybody to be like, how do you see me? You date somebody with a kid. I'm quite sure you want to know where they baby mama stay. I mean not stay, but where they stand.
Where they stand.
Where they stand. Like, do you and your baby mama get along? And this and that. If I'm dating a woman and she got a baby daddy, my question to her is, okay, so where do y'all rank? Like, by me being with you and I'm gonna be out with you, is it a possible chance that when he see me,
it's gonna be a problem?
Is it gonna be a problem? And then you can get all your answers. But if I don't ask that question, and then one day we sitting out, you know what I'm saying, having dinner and shit, and this nigga roll up on me, I didn't do the due diligence on asking her, where do you and your baby daddy stand? Now I gotta figure shit out. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I met the kid. The kid know me.
Relationship shit.
I might fuck around and kill his dad. Nah, this ain't relationship. This is get your ass in jail shit. You know what I'm saying? That's what that is. This is like some shit that might get me in jail. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm assessing the situation. But you still gotta have the conversation to do your due diligence. And I often feel like a lot of times women don't do that. Just because you getting bad, just because you getting a raw dick, just because you doing all this shit. If you do, hold on.
You turning this around.
If you don't, I'm not turning it around. I'm not turning around.
Why don't y'all just
what I'm saying
fuck
is,
the way you supposed to fuck? Like,
did you fuck the way you
leave some money on the nightstand and her ass. Like, what are you doing all this extra shit for if she's just a side chick?
Did you fuck the way you were supposed to fuck? No, you didn't. You was on college campuses using rubbers. You know, you supposed to keep them by the bed. You know what I'm saying? Then when the drawer open up or the jar come out, you supposed to reach over to get one. But for some reason, you like to do so much. You like, you know what? You don't need that shit. So at the end of the day, what I'm saying is, I'm not blaming Danny Lay, because I'm actually talking about the people that's sitting there trying to tell a man about his feelings on where he ranked that woman. And you can't do that. That's what I'm saying. You cannot tell the baby or any man where I rank you if you don't ask me. That's what I'm saying. Like, if you don't ask me where our relationship stand, I wouldn't give a fuck whether I took your ass to Kobe's, a Lakers game, or this and that. If I don't consider your ass my girlfriend and I just want to be nice or I just want to go out with you, that's fine. I don't live by all of those rules that every guy does. I don't feel like a bitch need to go to the Staples Center with me to go see Kobe or LeBron or any of that shit. But I can't tell somebody with their status what to do with their money. You understand what I'm saying? And probably for lower class, that's why they more acceptable to say, no, you just a side chick. You don't deserve no Laker game. You know what I'm saying?
You can't say that to Danny Lay, which I said that's why they know the psyche of those gifts, so that they won't get those answers. I don't believe you can not take her on a date.
I don't believe that. I don't believe that. I believe that just like your psyche of what you're saying, I believe that every woman know that the trade-offs were good until a baby came into play. That $10,000 bag was good for her. For her not to say, are we in a relationship? This bag is good. Just like your credit. You know what I'm saying? He got me a car. That's good. Credit's good, you know what I'm saying? I don't need to say, are we in a relationship? He got me a car. But that is not fact. If you didn't hear him, if you didn't make him get on one knee and give a ring, like J-Lo. You know what I'm saying? J-Lo ain't just slanging pussy out here. She making motherfuckers commit. So if a Puerto Rican girl can sit out here and just and make motherfuckers commit, but y'all can't figure out to say, hey, are we in a relationship? Do I need a ring? Like, to get this pussy raw, You need to put a ring on it. Beyonce done gave y'all the whole roadmap. And y'all telling me you can't follow that shit? That's your bad.
I don't think so. I think you're wrong because it doesn't go from the first date to a ring. There are things that happen between the first date and the ring. And those things are dinners, vacations, Birkin bags,
and breakups. And breakups. Hello? Breakups. Breakups motherfucking happen. And if your ass get pregnant before you get that ring, that is your fault.
This has been an episode of Relations. My name is Kana Lassiter. I give up. I can't. I cannot. If you guys have a tap in to my email, kana.lassiter@gmail.com, and he'll give you his motherfucking email. You can find me on Twitter and IG at Kana Lassiter.
A lot of times when they get beaten, I don't blame them though. But you can tap in with your boy at spadecarry@gmail.com. Because I know a lot of y'all watching. I want to thank everybody on TikTok, Podbean. Hey, y'all got questions? Hey, go ahead and hit me. Follow us on our YouTube channel. Y'all want to see full episodes or stuff like that? Hit me up. It's the YouTube channel. You know what I'm saying? Because we always gonna get it in. You can follow your boy on both platforms. On IG and Twitter, it's 51 Spade. And if you're looking for the shirts, you can get that at Alpha Male God Creations on IG or go to www.alphamalegodcreations.com. And like I always say about